Have you ever sat down in the morning, sipping a cup of coffee, and suddenly realized that your body just isn't as flexible as it used to be? One of my patients, Margaret, age 67, once told me, "Doctor, I'm not afraid of gray hair or wrinkles. What I fear is that my legs won't be strong enough to carry me on my own." And with those words, she touched on one of the deepest fears many people face after turning 60, sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle. It doesn't just make us weaker, it slowly steals our freedom, our independence, and even the simple joys of daily life, carrying a grocery bag, climbing a few steps, or just rising from a favorite armchair. The interesting thing is, many people believe they're eating the right way. Lean meats, vegetables, even protein powders. But there's one secret often forgotten in the corner of the kitchen: cheese. It may sound simple, even a little guilty, but the truth is that certain types of cheese can fight muscle loss, rebuild strength, and bring back energy day by day. Imagine going to sleep and your muscles continue to be nourished all night long, drip by drip, as gently as a stream flowing across a meadow. That's exactly what cottage cheese does. Rich in casein, a slow-digesting protein that helps your muscles recover while you rest. And then there's Parmesan, which most people think of as just a topping for pasta. In reality, it's a powerhouse of concentrated protein, plus calcium and phosphorus that keep your bones solid, like the foundation of a house. But I also want you to know about ricotta. Soft, gentle, and easy to digest. Perfect for those who need quick protein after a walk or light exercise. And don't forget, a balanced diet must be paired with regular movement, even if it's just a 15-minute walk after dinner. Exercise allows your body to make use of the nutrients you've given it, like wind helping a flame burn brighter. What's more, quality sleep and stress management play equally important roles. I've seen many patients who, once they improved their sleep and lowered their stress, regained remarkable strength. Because muscles aren't nourished by food alone, they are also rebuilt through rest and a peaceful mind. So you see, fighting muscle loss isn't some great battle. It's a collection of small, consistent choices made every single day. And sometimes, yes, a simple piece of cheese can be the key to holding on to your strength, your freedom, and the joy of living. I remember William, 72, who often complained to me, "Doctor, I go to bed and wake up feeling drained, as if I've got no strength left at all." When I asked about his evening meals, he said he usually just drank some water or ate a piece of fruit. So I suggested he try a small bowl of cottage cheese before bed. A few weeks later, he came back with brighter eyes. I don't know if it's that cheese you recommended, but I wake up feeling stronger, with less pain. Cottage cheese contains casein, a slow-digesting protein like an underground stream that steadily feeds your muscles for 6 to 8 hours while you sleep. That's why a single small habit can completely change how you start your day. Then there was Helen, 65, who loved cooking, but often avoided cheese because she feared it would make her gain weight. When I told her that Parmesan could deliver 10 grams of protein in just a small ounce, she was astonished. I suggested sprinkling Parmesan over her steamed broccoli instead of reaching for pastries. Months later, she proudly said, "Doctor, I can climb the stairs without holding on to the railing. My knees feel so much stronger." Just a little Parmesan, rich in protein, calcium, and phosphorus, laid the foundation for stronger bones and more flexible muscles. Helen's story reminds me that sometimes it's the smallest seasonings in life that bring about the greatest change. Now imagine this. After a gentle walk in the park, your body feels like a machine that's just finished working and needs fuel. One of my patients, James, 69, used to grab a sweet pastry after his Tai Chi practice. I asked him to try whole grain toast spread with ricotta, topped with a few fresh berries. He later told me, "I feel like I recover faster. I'm not as wiped out as before. And honestly, that cheese tastes better than the pastries." Ricotta is made from whey protein, which digests quickly and delivers amino acids to muscles right when they need them most. Gentle, easy to eat, and light on the stomach, ricotta is an ideal choice to help preserve strength beyond 60. I often remind my patients, you can eat well, but if you don't move, your muscles will simply sleep. Michael, 74, once said, I watch my diet carefully, but I still feel weaker every day. I asked him, how much do you walk each day? He laughed. Just from my chair to the bed. I encouraged him to start with 5 minutes of walking each evening, then gradually build up to 20 minutes. Combined with cottage cheese before bed, after just 3 months he came back and told me, now I can hold my grandchild without my arms shaking. Muscles are like a fire. They need the wind of movement to burn bright and turn nutrients into true strength. Another story comes from Rose, 70, who often struggled with insomnia. She told me, even though I eat properly, drink milk, and take calcium, I still feel drained all the time. When I looked closer, I realized she was only sleeping 4 to 5 restless hours a night. I advised her to improve her sleep with a small serving of cottage cheese, turning off electronics before bed, and practicing deep breathing. 2 months later, she smiled. Now I sleep 7 hours straight, and I wake up refreshed. Our bodies need quality sleep to rebuild muscle, strengthen memory, and repair tissues. Eating well without good sleep is like building a house on sand. It will never stand strong. And then there was Charles, 66, who ate healthily and exercised regularly, but still complained his health wasn't improving. When we talked more deeply, he sighed, I'm always stressed, worried about my wife's illness, worried about my children. We began practicing 5 minutes of mindful breathing each morning, and I suggested he add something light, ricotta with fruit, as a gentle morning ritual. Weeks later, he shared, my mind feels lighter, and my body feels stronger too. The truth is, chronic stress raises cortisol, a hormone that accelerates muscle loss and weakens bones. Keeping a calm mind is just as vital as nourishing the body. You see, fighting sarcopenia isn't a mysterious formula. It's the combination of small, steady choices, a bowl of cottage cheese before sleep, a sprinkle of Parmesan on vegetables, a few spoonfuls of ricotta after activity, a leisurely walk, a restful night's sleep, and a peaceful heart. All these little things, when added together, form the foundation for preserving muscle, keeping bones strong, and holding on to the freedom and joy of life. My dear friend, if you've stayed with me until this moment, perhaps somewhere in your heart, you're also searching for something. Maybe the strength to walk with steady steps again, maybe the reassurance that aging is not the end of independence, or simply the hope of staying healthy enough to enjoy each day with your children and grandchildren. I want you to remember this. Losing muscle is not destiny. It's a choice. Every bite of cheese you take, every step you walk, every slow breath you give yourself, all of these add up to write the story of your health. One of my patients once said to me, Doctor, I used to think old age was a time to accept weakness. But now I realize it can also be the time to learn how to grow strong again, in a new way. And I believe you can do the same. Start with the little things. A spoonful of ricotta after your morning exercise, a sprinkle of Parmesan over a warm bowl of soup, or a serving of cottage cheese before bed. These are not just foods. They are gentle reminders that you still have the power to care for, nourish, and protect your body. Can you picture this? 5 or 10 years from now, you're still able to hold your grandchild in your arms, still able to stroll through the garden, still able to rise and sit down on your own without needing help. That future is entirely within your reach if you begin today. If you found this video helpful, I hope you'll click the subscribe button, not only to receive more health insights, but so that together, we who are walking through these later chapters of life can stay connected, share experiences, and encourage one another. And always remember, aging does not take away your strength unless you surrender it. And I truly believe you never will.